Hello, hello. Hi, Martha. Hi, Cheryl. Please say hi when you jump on. Sorry, I've got my camera in a new position, so I'm just trying to make an adjustment. Apologize for that. So for those of you that put my finger in the screen, that was nice. For those of you, hey Beth. For those of you that maybe were on, I think it must have been Tuesday. I got a new setup in my office. I have a new monitor that I have plugged into my laptop, and I have a new this is what I was worried about. I don't think this is gonna reach. Okay, trying to get my power to my phone. Hold on one second. Okay, so hopefully that is enough. Ugh. Doesn't look like it though. Oh, bear with me, guys. I am so sorry. I totally forgot to check my power cord. Make sure it was in the right place. Hopefully that will work. Okay, thanks for bearing with me, guys. I'm back. Oh goodness. So I have a new setup and I'm just trying to get kind of used to that. So I apologize. However, you can see a little bit more of my space, so because it's my camera's up a little higher, so hopefully you'll be able to see more of like scrapbook pages and stuff as well. Oh good, I'm glad. I'm glad you're excited about today's tips. Hey Tony. Oh wow, a lot of people jumped on while I was doing that. Okay. Hey Sandra. Hey Jamie. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started then. So as you come on, please just say hi and let me know where you're from if you are new. Obviously, I know where a bunch of you are from if you're regulars, but for those of you that are new, if you want to just say where you're from, we would appreciate it, and we're glad to have you with us. So everyone tell me what's in your cup. Herbal tea for me. Bunch of stuff mixed together actually. It's kind of my own mix. Okay, so today we're doing Crafting 101 and we are going to talk about coffee. We're not going to talk about coffee. Sorry. I was reading a thing. We're going to talk about storing our dies, our folders, and loose stamps, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay. So I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and because I am, most of the products that I work with are Stampin' Up! Products. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today, but this would work for any die or folder or stamp set. So now the stamp sets that we normally get from Stampin' Up!, hold on, come in these nice little like DVD case type things. So when I store these, I just store them on my shelf upright so I can see them and get what I want, like a kind of like a bookend. So these I don't have to do anything to, but we have other stamps like that come with kits or our paper pumpkin stamps and things like that that I do have to find a way to store. And so I'm going to show you what I do for those. Hey, nice to have you, Meryl. Glad you're on. Okay, so drinking water, peach tea. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to start with dies though. So these are this is how our dies come. So there's a protective package on the outside that you can use or throw away, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. And then it comes in this nice hard sleeve. Now some people like to store their dies in here, and you can certainly do that. In fact, I'm going to talk about options. I'm not fond of these cases, and not all of my dies are in these cases because we haven't always had the same kind, and they come in 2 separate sizes, and I like all of my stuff to be the same size. So I take mine out of these. I use these for other things like gifts that I give away. I decorate them and things like that. And then our dies come on a piece of paper or a piece of cardstock, kind of like this, and they're stuck to it, and you just take them off and put them back on if you want. So you can leave them on this if you'd like. I don't know how long that tape will last, but that is an option. But what I prefer to do is I like to have mine a little bit handier. So let me put this back. Okay. So I like to have mine a little bit handier. I like to have mine like this. So here you see the name of the stamp. I also use dots, I'm going to show you this here in a minute, to tell me a couple of things. The green dots for me are that there's a stamp set that goes with this. It's not just a die set. And then if it has a red dot, that means that it's retired. And that's not important unless you're doing this, you know, as a business, or you want to make sure you're using current product, things like that. But for me, it is important. So, so I mark that, but whatever you want to mark, I mean, you may want to mark categories. It's totally up to you. So, what I do is I take the dies off of that card that you saw, and I put them on this magnet card. So let's start there. The magnet cards I use are actually vent covers. They are magnetic vent covers. They come in a pack of 3, and they are 8 by 15. There it is, 8 by 15 inches, okay? So what I do is I take this sheet of magnet, so I have one here, and I take my trimmer, and I don't use my good blade. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I do not use my good blade. So I take my good blade out. You guys see that? I hope. There's a little hole right here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So I take my good blade out, and I take an old blade. An old blade being one that has started to make my paper kind of fray on the edge when I cut with it. And I keep a couple of these on hand, and I take an old blade. It still works, it just frays my paper, and I don't want to do that when I'm making something I'm giving to someone. So hey Brenda, hey Pam. I don't know if I said hi to you already, Tony. Okay, so this is 8 by 5. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut this, and it's easier on the white side, to be honest, at 5. And then at 5 again, and it will give me 3 magnetic sheets. Now these are a little too long, and that's okay. I'm going to show you what I do with these here in just a second. Okay, so I have 3 magnetic sheets that I can put my dies on. Okay, now you can see that if I put this one up against this one, it's shorter. So what I do is I put my dies on the sheet, and then I determine where to cut it and make sure, of course, that it's going to fit in my sleeve, which I'll talk about in a second. And then I do the same thing. I just cut however much off I need to cut off. And I don't get rid of that because I do use those for things, and I'll show you that here in just a second as well. Okay, so now all my dies are on my magnetic sheet. What am I going to do with them? Now, in this particular set, I had extra. I couldn't fit all of them on here. So what I did is, in this one, I have all these nice fun tags and images that I can use separately. But then there's these images that match up with the stamp set that I really can't use any other way. They need to go with the stamps. So I put these on a separate piece, and this is a smaller piece, probably one left over from another cut that I made. Obviously this one would have only left like this much, so it wouldn't have been enough, but I had other ones left over from other times, and I found one that worked. This one is probably bigger than it had to be, but anyway, I found one that worked, and I keep that in the back. Now let's talk about the sleeve. Okay, these sleeves I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up for anyone else? Hey, Rachel. I hope I'm not breaking up for anyone else. Beth, it might be your internet if no one else is having the same problem. Okay, so these are the sleeves that I use. They are the Avery Elle, and you can get these on Amazon. I will try to post a link if I can remember to. If not, you can always text me and ask me for the link. Okay. These are the large stamp and die storage bags from Avery Elle. Actually, they're called pockets. So they're the 5.5 by 7 3/8 pockets, and it's a 50 pack. Okay, so that's this pocket right here. Now mine's a little worn out because I've used these dies a ton. But I tell you what, they last forever. They're very sturdy. And, you know, they're not expensive enough that if you do have one that kind of wears out on you, you could just put it in a new one. Okay, so I use these. The next part of this is there's a piece of white cardstock in here that you saw that separated these two sets of magnets. Even if I don't have magnets in the back part, I still have these sleeves in here. And so what it is it is a piece of cheap cardstock. I do not use our cardstock for this because our cardstock is, not that it's expensive, but it's too good for this. I use that for stamping. This is just cheap cardstock, okay? And so I have a template here that reminds me of the size that I want to cut. And so I can get 2 from each sheet of paper, and I cut them at 5 3/8 by 7 1/4. And then I just slip that in to, see, it's just a piece of paper, and I just slip that in there. And I usually prep these ahead of time. And so then when I have magnets, I can just put them in the front and back if necessary, okay? And so as I said, I have here on the front my name of my stamp, my die set. I also happen to have the item number because that's important to me. It may not be to you. And I'll talk about labels here in a minute. And then this notates for me that this has a stamp set that goes with it. So I put a label, and I have 2 different kinds of labeling. As you can see, I put a label on the back with a smaller font that tells me what the name of the stamp set is that goes with it, just so that I can find it easily. Now, some of them I know by heart, but that doesn't matter. I still put it there because, you know, years later I might not remember, okay? So I cut up a whole bunch of these storage templates. Okay, now my computer's being silly. Hold on. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so I cut a whole bunch of these at once. So if I have a pack of 50 sleeves, then I'm going to cut 50 of these. and have them all ready to go. And then I take them and prep them. So now I have a whole bag. I need to put it in a new bag. That's a really ugly bag. I have a whole bag of these. Now I've stored these a couple of different ways, and I'm going to show you how I do this right now, but this is an example of how I've done it in the past and how I was doing it. So, so you have your storage template. Hopefully everybody has that written down. And then I go ahead and prep all of these. Now I use these for more than just my dies, so I'm going to show you that here in just a second. And that's why I don't go ahead and put a magnet sheet in there or anything like that. I just store these together, okay, like this, and I'll show you how. All right. So here's a couple examples of dies that I have. Now you can see this one doesn't have a magnetic sheet because it's just one big die. So I wanted you to see that as well. I don't always use the magnetic sheet, and you can see this magnetic sheet was cut shorter because I didn't need it as long. And I keep all of my magnetic sheet pieces that I've cut off the end because I use these when I'm cutting dies. I'm using certain things with certain things. I just keep my dies on these sheets so that I don't lose any of them, especially like little ones like this. So while I'm doing like a cutting project, I always have those smaller pieces, and then of course I can use them when I need them for something like this. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So also, sometimes, and here you can see I already have the label. Some of these I haven't labeled yet, so you'll have to forgive me. Time, you know. So on this one, I've got a couple of pieces back here that I've already cut and stamped, and I just wanted to keep with this so that I had them because I didn't end up using them. So I just stuck them back there. Now I don't do this a lot, and I try to keep it very minimal because I don't want a whole bunch in there that makes it very bulky. The whole point of this is that it's very slim. Sorry, I hiccuped. Okay, so so this die, of course, like I said, doesn't need a magnet because it's one big die. But as you can see back here, I have some stamped images already that need to be run through with this. And I also put a sheet back here. This was on here, but I took it off. This is actually one of our pieces of cardstock. And I could use this kind and make a template, but I just did this because I want to be able to use this to remind me what size piece of cardstock I need to cut for this particular image and die to work the best. So you don't have to do that with all of them, but I did do that in this one because I wanted to remember. So that's something that you can do as well. And you can just put, like I said, a sticky note on the back there so that you've got that information. But as you can see, this is how I store them. Okay. The other thing that I store in the sleeves is loose stamps. Now, loose stamps come from a couple of things. As I said earlier, you may purchase our paper pumpkin kits. If you have a subscription to the paper pumpkin kits, I do that. And I just notate what stamp set it is, and then I put it in here. I also keep the instruction sheet for the little fold over for whatever paper pumpkin that is. Now this particular month came with masks, so I have that in here as well. Haven't decided if I'm keeping those there, but for now that's where they are. Just because I haven't finished all of the paper pumpkin stuff that I purchased for this kit, so I left them there so I'd have them handy. So this is in here already, and that way I have a way to store this. I also do this with other kinds of kits, so I don't have the instruction manual with this one, but because usually by the time I've used up a kit like this, it's gone and I don't have any necessary need to keep it, but you certainly could. And so I just put that same thing, I put the stamp set in there. Now this one is retired now, so I have notated that. Paper pumpkins are technically always retired, so I don't even bother with that because a paper pumpkin is a subscription, so you'd get those every month. And I'll show you how I store these as well. Okay, and then I have my folders. Now my folders are all done with the same labeling that I've done on everything else, and that's the other thing I wanted to tell you about. I use a P-Touch, a Brother P-Touch. This thing is forever old. They have new ones that are probably better, but this still works fine, so there's no reason for me to get a new one. And I absolutely love it because you can do different sized fonts and all kinds of stuff. So I use the Brother P-Touch. I think it is the best label maker as far as this kind of label maker out there. So that's what I use. The other thing that I use is that you saw on the back of this one is Avery labels. So you can use regular labels as well. It doesn't have to be a label maker. And you notice that on some of these I have my name on them as well. I'm trying to go through and put my name on everything, but that again is one of those kind of just office things that takes time, and I don't always have that kind of time, so I haven't done it to everything. I also have a link for the stickers that I use. I use these small dot stickers, and you can buy them in different ways. I buy them in the pack that has 5 million colors with it, and so I can use different colors to signify different things in my business if I need them. So I love these, and I can certainly link these for you as well. Okay, so how do, I mean, I know that's a lot of information. Does anybody have any questions yet? Hey, Jennifer. Any questions up to this point? Okay, while y'all are letting me know if you have any questions real quick, I'm gonna, before I show you the next thing, I'm gonna give you guys my current ads. So I just want you to know there's a lot going on right now, and I know it can be overwhelming. Sometimes there's very little going on, and sometimes there's a lot. And you know, we just had a new catalog release, so that's part of the problem right now, is that there's a whole bunch of new stuff because we have a new catalog. And if you need a new catalog, please just text me and let me know. Oh, I'm glad, Jamie. So because of that, there are a lot of things going on. There's my stuff, plus there's the company stuff. So I just wanted to, you're chatting with each other instead of commenting. That's okay. So I just want to make sure you guys know everything that's going on. So first of all, for anybody who might be new, whether you're watching this live, if you have a little red button up there, you're watching it live, or you're watching the replay here on Facebook or on YouTube, I do videos every Friday and Saturday. I do lives at 2 p.m. Central. So on Fridays, I do these kind of classes that are simply instructional, like craft organizing, fun fold cards, paper crafting. I shouldn't say just cards because there are other fun folds, right? Paper crafting 101 and advanced paper crafting. And then on Saturdays, I do my monthly class. I do our paper pumpkin from the previous month, along with alternatives. And I do my monthly club, as well as things like paper shares, kit classes, mystery stamping, etc. So that is my current schedule, and I just wanted you guys to know that you can find me here on Facebook live at 2 p.m. Central every Friday and Saturday. However, like I said, all my videos are recorded and kept here on Facebook and also on YouTube. Okay, also today is a big day for a couple of reasons. One, it is my last day to sign up for my June class. Now, my June class is the Shark Frenzy class, and so here are the cards that we'll be doing. We have this adorable little shadow box card that fits into a regular envelope. It is so cute. Look at this little guy moves. And this stamp set is very versatile, so you can make it look however you need it to look to work for you. If you need to be this to be a grandma, you can do that. There's lots of different options. This is actually the same stamp, and so you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. So here's the other card, and the last card happens to be a shaker as well, which I love. And this is a fun, easy shaker to do as well. So those are the cards. If you do scrapbooking, I have an added layout. I know, they're adorable. They're stinking adorable. I love them. And I don't just say that because I made them. That sounds terrible, but I love this stamp set. It's so cute. I'm so glad you guys are excited. How do I know where to look for sentiments on dies and stamps that are with objects? Cheryl, I am not sure what you're asking me. I don't know if it's just the way you worded it, or I'm being dingy, which is very possible. So maybe you can reword that for me. Or maybe somebody else knows what she's asking. I'm not sure what you're asking. I apologize. Okay, so this is the Shark Frenzy layout. So we have this page and this page. It's really cute. I don't know if can you guys see the whole thing? With my new setup, we might be able to see the whole thing. Wouldn't that be cool? So again, you can almost see the whole thing. Okay, so I love the bubbles over here and the little fishies. But you can do this layout in multiple ways. I'm going to show you how to change things up. It doesn't have to say baby shark. It can say whatever you want. You can do whatever shark things you want. And this can say shark, or this can say different things like, you know, mama, papa, baby, whatever. I mean, there's lots of different options. So whatever works for you in your circumstance. So, but this layout turned out super cute. So I had to show that to you. Okay, the other thing, so remember, today's the last day to sign up for this. Please text me right away to register if you are interested and have not already. The other thing that's going on today, before I go to some other stuff, is the subscribe-a-thon. I can't talk. The subscribe-a-thon for Paper Pumpkin. So we talked about the Paper Pumpkin stamps and what I do with them and all that kind of stuff. Paper Pumpkin is a subscription box that has everything you need in it, including the stamps and ink, even a block in your first box, and all of the stuff you need to make the projects. And then you get to keep, after you've made all the projects, you get to keep the stamp set and the ink and all that kind of stuff as well. So the April box, or the May box that ends on May 10th, they are doing a subscribe-a-thon as of today. You can sign up for the Batter Up box. You'll be signing up for a subscription, which you can pause or cancel at any time, just like my own. But this is straight through the company, but you do need a link, so text me and I will give you the link so you can sign up underneath me. Unless you're a demonstrator and then you do it under yourself. But anyway, there's a code for this that I can give you if you are interested in doing this, which I will also give you, that will let you get this box for $5. $5 plus tax. That's it. Instead of the normal $22, which is still an amazing deal for what you get, they are doing a subscribe-a-thon for $5 this month. So, and it's while supplies last as of today. So if you're interested, sign up quick because they could go and then you wouldn't be able to do it. So anyway, just want to make sure you guys know about that as well. Sorry. Okay. All right. So that's the stuff about today specifically. Oh, you're asking if you can get the layout kit by itself? Meryl, text me and we can talk about that. Yeah, I can talk about that with you. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying, Cheryl. Okay. Okay, that's a kind of interesting question. So let me finish my ads real quick and no, I'm kidding. Let me finish my announcements real quick and then I will answer that question as best I can, Cheryl. Okay. So for those of you interested in my monthly club, which is a subscription. And again, you can pause or cancel at any time. No big deal, but it's a great deal. You can ask anyone on here. We are doing the Butterfly Brilliance, which is, it's going to be, you're going to enjoy it. You can see sneak peeks here. It is beautiful. I love every card. I love the layout. It's just, it turned out really well. And this one has this beautiful glitter paper on it. I don't know if you can see it, but in the camera. But anyway, so this is just one of the 4 cards that we'll be making. And then there's also an add-on layout for that as well, if you're interested in that. And this, you just need to sign up by the 21st. You can sign up any day. You can sign up today, but just make sure you sign up by the 21st. That's the cutoff for this club set. So there are 4 projects, which are all cards in this one, and then an add-on layout for that as well. Okay, oops. I just hurt my card. Okay. So, and if you need a list of all my upcoming events, please let me know. I can text you guys any of these as an image if you're interested in the information. I also do a bingo for each one of the catalogs. So the spring bingo will be going through the end of June. There's a new annual bingo that goes with the new catalog. And this is just a way for you to get some free product from me. So if you're interested in this, let me know, and you might have an opportunity to get some free stuff. Also from the company, 2 more things, and we'll be done with this, with announcements. I'm sorry, there's so many announcements going on right now. So if you would like to place a big order or host a party, whether it be virtual or in person, maybe you'd like to just get some friends together and get some orders together, and you'd like to be the hostess for that, to get free product. During the month of May, and well, through June 14th, actually, they're doing a special host promotion where you get an additional $25 in free product as long as the full order is $250. So normally you get 10%, that's $25, but you're going to get an additional $25. So instead of just 10% of $25, you're basically getting 20% in free product. So if you're interested in placing an order that size, or you have some friends who want to get together and place the orders together, and you want to be the hostess, you can get some free product. So wanted to let you know about that. And then the very last thing is this month only, they're doing a Join Plus promotion, which I have to tell you is amazing. Our normal join is amazing as it is because you get $125 in product, and you only spend $99 plus tax, so you get free shipping and free business supplies, and you get to pick whatever you want, $125 in product. But this month you get an extra $30, so you get $155 in product of your choice for only the $99. So you're getting $56 in free product, which is amazing. So this is a great thing to do right now. Even if you don't want to run a business, I didn't when I first joined. I just wanted the discount, and lots of people do that. So if you just want the discount, that's okay too. It's just a great deal. It's a great time to join. So if you're interested, please text me, let me know. I'll send you the link, and it's really easy to sign up. I've already had a couple people do it, and I'm very excited to help them out. Our team is fun, and I try to do a lot for my team, so please let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, that's it for all the announcements. Let me know if you have any questions about any of that. Okay, let me check some of these comments real quick. And okay, so yes, Tony, will you text me and remind me, because I forget what people have asked me on this chat. So if you don't mind texting me when we're done and asking me, I will send that to you for sure. Okay. Jennifer says, for anyone who doesn't have the chat, she says, I catalog all my stamps, and I stamp each stamp into a binder under categories. That way I can find everything I need. So for example, my categories are Christmas, sentiments, happy birthday, Mother's Day, animals, friends, thank you, etc. It takes time to do that, but I know, but I know what I have at all times. So one stamp might be in a few different categories. Excellent, Jennifer. That's what I do. I also have a list that I'm so far behind on, but I need to update. So for every stamp set that has, for instance, a thank you sentiment in it, it goes on my thank you list. So you can do that. You can also do what Jennifer does, which is something I have done in the past. I've just gotten behind on it, so I don't do it anymore. I would like to do it. I just need more time. More time. I just need more time. And so, yes, you can take, I can show you actually. Give me 1 second. I'll grab it. Okay. So this is an example of what Jennifer's talking about. So what I do here, you can see this index. I actually cut out the dies for a set, and I put them on this piece of paper and put the thing on it so that I know exactly what the dies look like when they're cut out, because sometimes you're like, what does that actually look like? But I want to know exactly what it looks like when it's cut out. So this is everything that comes in this set, for instance, and I know. Okay. And then, I don't know if I, oh yeah, here's one of my stamped ones. And then I do what she did, for instance, where I stamp my images that go with a set and stamp them with the cutouts if they have cutouts for them, so I can see exactly how that looks. So for instance, this set has the ones that you cut out from the stamp set, but then it also has these other dies that are completely separate and usable without it. So I hope that makes sense. I don't have one of my sheets in this binder of just stamp sets that are categorical. That's in another binder. I'd have to find that. So, but anyway, yeah, so you can do that, or you can make a, I can't think of but a list, a spreadsheet or whatever that tells you what kinds of sentiments are in different stamp sets as well. Okay. Hope that makes sense. So people do it different ways, so it's kind of up to you what works the best for you. Oh, bye, Meryl. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, yes, embossing folders. I used to, until I got used to just kind of looking at them and seeing it, I used to take a sheet and emboss it and then had a whole bunch of those in a binder. I don't do that anymore because I'm so used to what I'm using, and I use it so much that I kind of already know what it looks like, so I don't really have to do that. But yes, if that's something you feel like you need to do, that's definitely a good idea. Okay, Tony. Oh, you use the same Avery Elle clear sleeves, Jennifer? Yes. Okay, so that's what I was going to say next, is how I organize my my stamps and dies and things like that. So, you can buy a container like this, which I've also got this on Amazon, or you can buy a photo box if you're familiar with photo boxes. Let me grab the one I have. It's got other things that I use in it, but let me see if I can grab that real quick. Bear with me. And right now it's kind of empty because I have a couple things like propping some stuff up in it, because I've taken out all of my stuff that's retiring. Okay. Oh gosh, that's heavy. Okay. And dusty probably. So this is a photo box. I don't know if you guys are, well, I have something stuck to the front of mine, but they have a little thing on the front that you can label them and things like that, and then they come with a lid. They come with a lid like this. Mine sits right on my desk, so I have other stuff in it, so I apologize. And there's like cat hair in here and stuff too, so you're welcome. So anyway, this is how I do mine, and so I have all of my shape ones in the front, and then I have a little tab here you can see, and then everything else is just alphabetical for my dies. And then I put my folders in front of that alphabetically as well. But like I said, you can use like this container as well, whichever you prefer. I ended up doing this one simply because I liked, you know, the pattern for my desk, but I have other things in ones like this. So it just depends on what your preference is and what you like. Also, that one's a little bit longer than this one, so I can put a little bit more in it. But yeah, you can take all of your dies and your stamps. I have a separate one for all of my loose stamps that is in a container like this. And so I put all of my paper pumpkin stamps in order by month. And then my kit stamps are in front of that. And so, yeah, you can put all of them in something like this. I do have a link for this. Photo boxes you can get from any craft store. You can get them on Amazon as well. I wouldn't spend a ton of money because you can definitely get them, you know, affordably if you look for it. Okay. Yeah, those baskets are fairly cheap too. They come in like a set of 6, I think. I have them in 2 different colors, white and like a teal. The ones I get right now on Amazon, I think only come in the white maybe, but anyway, yeah, these work really nicely. I can't live without being organized, Beth. It's just, my brain, that's just how I work. I would like to be even more organized if I had more time, but I do what I have to do to make sure I'm organized enough. Oh, I'm glad that you learned some stuff. That's great. It's okay, Kathy. No problem. Yeah, just watch the replay. We're almost done, actually. So, okay. So do I have any other questions so far about any of this stuff? I also keep my masks in there as well. I actually buy a separate kind of clear, let me show you, hold on. I buy these for my masks, and these are the same container or sleeve that I put my 6x6 paper in. And all I do is I cut off, when I send it to you, I leave this little flap on it, and I you know, fold it over. So it looks like this. Okay. So when I send it to you, the flap is over and stuck, and you can, you know, take it apart and put it back together. But when I just store my papers, I cut off that top part. So I just have a 6x6 thing for my paper, and I do the same thing for my from all of my masks, and I put another piece of cheap cardstock, not ours, back here so that I can see the image better. And it's just 6x6 because our masks are 6x6 as well. So that's what I do for masks, and I just store those. I don't have a ton that are current, so right now in my current box I just store them on the side of all of my my stamps. But I also got these on Amazon as well. So, but that's what they are if you want to try to find them yourself, or you can ask me for the link. Okay. Yes, you can get clear fridge bins. I have those as well. This is one of the ones that I have, and I have my acrylics stored in it. And this is by, oh crap, I can't think of the name of that company anymore. But there are also cheaper ones that you can get. And I have links for those, so if you are interested, I'm going to talk about those when we get a little bit closer to more of the like general organizing in your space, because those are containers. So I'm not really talking about those today, but yeah, I use stuff like that too as well. Okay, Jennifer said, I have deep shelves but don't have a lot of storage. Found the clear fridge bins that were 14 inches long that fit perfect, but they're higher in the plastic smaller bins. One thing I might suggest is getting a bin that is flat on each side so they sit next. Yes, I much prefer bins that are flat on the sides. That is my preference, which is why I like the photo boxes. Those are flat. I like the one I just showed you that... I can't think what that's called. Because it's flat as well. Okay, so as far as links go, if you have a specific link that you want, you can ask me for it. I will try to put a little list together from today's thing of links that I can send out or post or whatever. I am trying to get my Amazon affiliate thing done. I just have so much going on right now. And so I'm trying to put together a page basically that has all the links for all the stuff I use. So if you're willing to bear with me, I know I've been saying this for a while, but I've got my husband on the task now. So hopefully we will together get it done pretty pronto. And so those will all be on there. But if you have a specific link that you want, I can, send you a link, and that way you can at least get it in the meantime. But if you're willing to wait and order it under my affiliate code, that will help me out a little bit. That'd be lovely. But I will try to put a list together. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do drawings because, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. So unless you have a question. Okay. So today we need to do the drawing for last week, and then I have a couple of papers here, and whoever wins today can pick between these two, and then the other next week we'll get whatever's left. So let me just put a little sticky on here. I forgot to do that. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm doing here, for those of you that might be new, on my videos, I do a comment drawing. And the comment drawing, when you make comments during a live, at the end of the live, I do a drawing. And then the following week, I come back and I look at all the comments. So anybody who commented during the live, plus anybody who commented during the week after watching replays. So do make sure you comment in replays as well, because all of those comments help you get in the drawing. And so for those of you that are on the live, you get 2 chances, basically, 2 opportunities to win a prize. And those of you who watch the replay, you still get 1, because I don't want people who can't make it to not have a chance. So that's why I do 2 separate ones for each video. So for instance, this is the one for last week's video that we'll do. Hey, Eliza. I will try to remember that as well. Yes. If you're talking about the regular cardstock that's cheaper that I use for this kind of stuff, for the for like the sleeves and stuff, because I don't want to use our good stamping paper, because our cardstock is meant for stamping, and it's excellent for stamping, so I don't want to waste it on something like that. Okay, I think I got everything. Okay. Oh, and I do store, just so you guys know, because I was going to tell you earlier, I don't have it, I didn't want to pull it out, but I do store these kind of things together, these like bags and stuff that are either not prepared, like this is a full bag of the things that I haven't prepared yet, and then I have the ones that I've prepared up front so that I can just grab them and go when I need them. So I don't have to start from the very beginning for each one. So I prep a whole package at once. You could do more if you wanted to even. So I do a lot of prep work like that so that I don't have to do it later. Or I have someone who helps me out, like Eliza, do it, which she hasn't done yet, but she probably will soon. So, okay. All right, so let's do a comment drawing for today. I will tell you one thing that I don't like. For whatever reason, Facebook has been getting rid of some of the comments as stuff goes by, but it looks like I've got them all today, so that's good. Okay, here we go. I know you can't hear my thing spinning anymore because it's not as loud as my other one, as my old one. You ready? And it doesn't spin very well. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab my other one. I just can't. I can't do it. It just doesn't spin as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, back to the top. There we go. And it landed on Cheryl. Cheryl, you won today's. Cheryl Leon, you won today's. So you can pick between these two. I'm just writing it on one of them so that I don't forget. So there's the 1921 in color designer paper. This is the colors that just left, but it was the design from last year. Or you can get the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. So whichever one you want. And then the other one will be for next week. So if you want to type in which one you want, I will put the sticker on that one. You want that one? Okay. Then that is the one you will get, my love. Okay. So next week we will draw for the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. What is next week? The 14th. Okay, so we'll save that one. All right, and then let's do last week's. So bear with me. I'm going to go over. Oops, I was trying to grab my new one. Okay, I got to go over to last week's video, so bear with me 1 second. Do you guys like the bigger space, being able to see more? Let me know what you think. It's not as close, it's not as zoomed in, but you can see more. So tell me which you prefer. If you like it more zoomed in, I will try and figure that out. It might take me a while, but I will try. Okay. So last week was the mystery stamping. Oh, it was so cute. If you guys haven't seen that, the apple card turned out so cute, and so did the layout. When I'm done with the layout, I'm gonna post a picture when I add the second page, since I did tell you that I was interested in adding a second page, because I really think it'll be cute to add like an orchard side. So let me get all these comments showing here. Come on. Sometimes it takes a second. Bear with me. Come on. Thank you. One more time. So, okay, here we go. All right, you ready? Scroll. Brenda Barriott. I don't remember if she's on there or not today. I think she is. She's won a lot. Brenda, you are lucky. You are really lucky. Okay. Let me come back over to the current video here. Okay, so I'm looking really quickly. Oh, it's okay, Terry. You can always go back and watch the replay. Okay. You can see really well. Okay, that's good. So there's no problem with seeing everything. Let me see if I can. I'm not very, I don't know if I can. I don't think it will let me zoom in, but, yeah, there's not a zoom in function on this. I don't really know. I need to see if I can figure that out. So I will try to see if I can, but at this moment, I don't know how to zoom in on anything. Oh, Katie, it's fine. You can always watch the replay. Okay. All right. So that is it, my loves. I hope you had a good Craft Organizing 101 Friday. And I will see you tomorrow for the, where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to grab it. The well-suited class is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which includes a Father's Day card, or you could make any of these a Father's Day card, I suppose. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. So, and that's at 2 p.m. Central. So every Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. Central. Again, just a reminder, text me today if you want to do the Shark Frenzy class. And also if you are interested in getting the Paper Pumpkin subscription for $5 this month, because that is amazing. So just give me a text and I will forward the information to you. All right. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you being here. And if you are watching the replay, I appreciate you too. And so I will see you guys all tomorrow. Love you. Bye-bye. God bless.